For the question that we all have never asked, could the Hulk survive Mortal Kombat? First off, I want to say thank you for all the love and support you guys have been showing and the comments and stuff. Really do appreciate it. Just the engagement alone is really nice on my end, and hopefully nice for you too as well. A lot of you guys been waiting on some Hulk stuff. I mean, Hulk villains. I feel like Nerd Science has been listening to some of you guys. Could the Hulk survive Mortal Kombat? I mean, that's a no-brainer, right? I mean, he gets angrier the more you hit him. Gets more powerful the more you hit him. The Hulk is immortal. Okay, the Hulk is low-key immortal. So in this case, where Mortal Kombat is about ripping people's limbs off and fighting to the death, yada yada yada, Hulk would destroy this. I mean, there are no characters in this game that could stand up to the Hulk, in my opinion. I mean, you guys let me know down in the comments below if you guys know some characters from Mortal Kombat that might be able to, but highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Like, I want to see Hulk against Shao Kahn and you know, stuff like that. Like, that would be crazy because Shao Kahn is annoying. I don't know if any of you guys played Mortal Kombat. You guys know how annoying fighting Shao Kahn is. Okay, like the shoulder charge, the hammer throws, like, dude, I want Hulk to just jump on him and rip him apart. You know what I mean? So let's just hop into this, boys. Could Hulk survive Mortal Kombat? I say yeah, easily, right? Definitely. Let's do it.
See it. The metallic tang of ozone mixed with the copper center.
The metallic tang of ozone. That's how we're starting. When he says ozone, I already know it's about to be a good one. No.
Of old blood. Bruce Banner opens his eyes, and he isn't in a lab or a Quinjet. He's standing on the dirt floor of a fighting pit, surrounded by jeering spectators from Outworld. Today, we aren't just asking who would win in a fight. We are breaking down the physics of survival. We're taking—
Is that Baki Hulk? That looked like a Baki Hulk or something like that, like Baki style version of Hulk or something like that. Just the way his face, because you know how all Baki characters have like that, I don't know, they have that strong ass sweet face though. It's like strong sweet face, if that makes any sense. It's like weird, but let's keep going.
The Marvel Universe's most indestructible object, the Incredible Hulk, and dropping him into the meat grinder of Mortal Kombat to see if biology, no matter how mutated, can survive forces that defy the laws of physics. The announcer's voice booms across the—
The Hulk is defying everything already anyways. So him going up against characters that defy physics, yada yada, science and stuff like that. This is he's like, oh yeah, I defy physics and science too. Doesn't really matter. Like, we can get down. We can do whatever you want to do.
Arena, calling for the first match. The gates open and the air temperature instantly drops by 80 degrees. It's time to run the numbers. The first opponent steps forward, Kuei Liang.
Kuei Liang,
Grandmaster of Lin Kuei,
Sub-Zero.
As Sub-Zero. This isn't just a martial arts contest. It's a battle of thermodynamics. He manipulates entropy to bring ambient temperatures down to near absolute zero, or minus 459.67 degrees Fahrenheit. To understand the danger here, you have to look at what happens to a human cell during a flash freeze. When the human body is exposed to extreme cold this rapidly, the water inside your cells, which makes up about 70% of your mass, doesn't just freeze, it crystallizes. Water expands when it freezes. In a normal human, these jagged ice crystals would puncture the cell membranes from the inside out, leading to immediate cellular lysis. Essentially, you would become a statue of shattered glass held together by skin. Sub-Zero opens with an ice blast directly to the Hulk's chest. In our simulation, the ice encases the Hulk instantly, but here is where gamma physiology changes the equation. The Hulk's hypothalamus, the part of the brain that regulates body temperature, is essentially a nuclear reactor. As the ice makes contact, the Hulk's stress response triggers a massive spike in gamma radiation emission.
But he is described as a nuclear reactor. Okay, I mean, that's all you got. But that's all that needs to be said.
Rays are high-energy photons, and when they interact with matter, they generate immense heat. We see a phenomenon known as the Leidenfrost effect. You've seen this if you've ever dropped water on a scorching hot pan. The water skitters around on a layer of vapor because the heat is so intense, it vaporizes the liquid before it can physically touch the metal. The Hulk's skin is so hot from the sudden rage spike that Sub-Zero's ice sublimates instantly, turning directly from solid into gas before it can freeze his cells. The thermal shock fails because the Hulk is a walking thermodynamic countermeasure. Realizing his cryomancy is ineffective,
Yeah, what's he gonna do? I mean, Sub-Zero's cooked.
Grandmaster moves to close quarters. He attempts one of the most iconic moves in the franchise, the spine rip. We need to look at the force
on the
here.
Hulk.
To tear a human head and spine from the torso requires approximately 1 million newtons of force to shear through the skin, trapezius muscles, the nuchal ligament, and finally separate the spinal column. Sub-Zero, possessing superhuman strength, has performed this feat on cyborgs and demons alike. He grabs the Hulk's neck and pulls. Nothing happens. Why? It comes down to material science. Human bones have a tensile strength of about 130 megapascals. The Hulk's bones, however, have been reinforced by continuous cellular regeneration and mutation, behaving more like carbon nanotube composite. We're looking at a tensile strength closer to 63 gigapascals. Trying to rip the Hulk's spine out is roughly equivalent to trying to pull a steel beam apart with your bare hands. It's structurally impossible for Sub-Zero to generate the torque needed to sever the cervical vertebrae. The attempt only serves to annoy the Hulk. The green guy responds not with a punch, but with a thunderclap. He slams his palms together with enough velocity to dissipate the air at hypersonic speeds. This creates a shockwave of overpressure at close range. A shockwave of 200 decibels doesn't just burst eardrums, it liquefies soft tissue. The pressure wave passes through Sub-Zero's body. While the cryomancer is durable, his internal organs act like fluids under the sudden pressure spike. The result is catastrophic for Lin Kuei. His ice axes shatter against Hulk's skin, and the subsequent sonic force sends him flying back across the arena, incapacitated by internal trauma. The Hulk stands amidst the dissipating steam, his skin glowing faintly green from the heat generation. In terms of survival, we rank this encounter as tier S.
Dude.
The physical damage was
He just clapped him, literally. He clapped him. All he had to do was clap him once, and that's it. He thunderclapped his ass back to the Lin Kuei. Like, oh my God.
Was negligible. Sub-Zero's attacks rely on compromising the structural integrity of the opponent, either through freezing or blunt force trauma, against a being whose cells are harder than diamond, and who emits enough thermal energy to power a small city. The laws of thermodynamics are firmly on the Hulk's side. But as the steam clears, the environment shifts. The dirt floor of the arena falls away, replaced by the scorching obsidian of the Nether Realm. The temperature swings from freezing to burning in a split second. The physical threats are over. Now we move to the magical threats. A chained spear snakes out of the darkness, glowing with hellfire. The Hulk roars, but for the first time, the data suggests he might actually feel pain. The next round has begun.
Let's just say this now. He'll feel pain, but he'll get stronger. There is no stopping him. It's over. Scorpion's gonna be, he's gonna be ripped in half. He's gonna get sent back just like Sub-Zero did. It's not gonna be anything different.
The environment dissolves around them. The cold stone of the arena replaced instantly by scorching sulfur-choked crags of the Nether Realm. The ambient temperature rockets from Sub-Zero to over 120 degrees. Standing across the lava flows is the Scepter of Vengeance, Hanzo Hasashi, Scorpion. The threat profile here shifts dramatically from biological to metaphysical. We aren't dealing with ice anymore, we are dealing with hellfire and non-linear movement. Scorpion initiates combat with a teleport punch. To the human eye, he simply vanishes and reappears. Scientifically, this is an issue of latency. Their brain would need to process the visual disappearance and predict the reappearance in less than 200 milliseconds. Bruce Banner couldn't do that. But the Hulk has reacted to speedsters like Quicksilver and the Sentry. Hulk catches the fist without looking. This is a trap. The iconic kunai spear shoots forward. Unlike Sub-Zero's ice, which shatters against the Hulk's skin, the enchanted steel tip plunges deep into his chest. Why? It comes down to the Pauli exclusion principle. In physics, objects never actually touch. The electron clouds of their atoms repel each other. Hulk's durability usually relies on the density of his molecular bonds, maximizing this repulsion. However, the magical enchantment of Scorpion's weaponry bypasses electron repulsion entirely, allowing the metal to occupy the same space as the Hulk's flesh. The spear doesn't push the skin aside, it phases through the atomic structure. Hulk roars in genuine pain as the chain drags him forward. Scorpion ignites hellfire. This isn't standard combustion, it's a spiritual plasma that burns both the biological and the ethereal. The fire engulfs the Hulk, reaching temperatures exceeding 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Damn.
We are now witnessing a biological war of attrition. Hellfire cauterizes wounds instantly, sealing blood vessels with heat. However, the Hulk's healing factor is operating in overdrive. His cells are entering mitosis so rapidly that they are pushing the dead, burned tissue out and replacing it with fresh muscle faster than the fire can destroy it. It's a gruesome cycle of instant third-degree burns followed by instant regeneration. Scorpion attempts to finish this with a fatality, dragging the Hulk deeper into the lava pits to melt him down. To vaporize a human body requires roughly 3 gigajoules of energy, but the Hulk is not human. His mass is denser, and his specific heat capacity, the energy needed to raise his temperature by 1 degree, is akin to a reactor core. Scorpion is pouring enough thermal energy into this fight to power a small country. Yet, the Hulk remains solid. The heat is only making the chemical reactions in his blood pump faster. Instead of suffocating, the Hulk inhales. His lungs, designed to survive in the vacuum of space, mutate instantly to filter the sulfur and magical plasma. He breathes in the hellfire, his chest glowing a bright, angry orange. The fire doesn't consume him. It fuels the gamma engine. Hulk grabs the chain embedded in his chest. He doesn't pull it out. He uses it. With a heave that cracks the obsidian floor, he yanks Scorpion into the air. The Revenant weighs perhaps 200 pounds. The Hulk swings him like a wet towel. The impact against the Netherrealm pillars generates force in the kiloton range. Scorpion's Revenant skeleton shatters under the G-force. We rank this survival encounter as Tier A. This was not a walk in the park. The Hulk sustained massive tissue damage, and his durability was bypassed by magical sharpness. He survived solely because his regenerative speed outpaced the damage output of the Hellfire. But as the Revenant falls, the air grows heavy with a different kind of pressure. The physical battle is over. The war for the soul begins now.
Raiden? Raiden next? I hope he does Shao Kahn too.
The arena floor dissolves again. The obsidian of the Netherrealm giving way to the opulent decaying stone of Shang Tsung.
Okay, this one might be kind of weird just because he can change into you and take your abilities. So it could be two Hulks fighting each other maybe. This is the only character that might actually just touch him a little bit, but again, he's just gonna rip him apart.
Island courtyard. The air here is heavy, not with heat or cold, but with the static pressure of accumulated magic. Standing across the weathered stones is the sorcerer himself, Shang Tsung. The threat profile has shifted completely. We're done with physical trauma. We're done with thermal limits. We're now entering the domain of the metaphysical. Shang Tsung does not need to punch you to win. His primary weapon is the soul steel. But if we apply a scientific lens to the concept of a soul, we are talking about the bioelectric network of the human body, the sum total of consciousness, memory, engrams, and the unique neural architecture that defines you. Shang Tsung functions like a biological hard drive, ripping the operating system out of a victim and storing it within himself. Usually this is a linear process. One body, one network, one soul. The sorcerer levitates, green energy crackling around his skeletal hands. He speaks the 4 words that have ended thousands of warriors. Your soul is mine. A stream of emerald energy connects Shang Tsung to the Hulk. The green guy freezes mid-stride. His physical durability is irrelevant here. You cannot flex your muscles to stop a wireless download. But here is where the sorcerer makes a fatal calculation error. He assumes he is pulling on a single thread. He isn't. Bruce Banner suffers from severe dissociative identity disorder. The Hulk is not a singular entity. It's a crowded room.
Ew.
It's a system of distinct, fully formed conscious entities sharing one biological vessel. When Shang Tsung opens that channel, he doesn't get a single soul.
Damn, I've never thought about that either, that the Hulk could be multiple entities living in one body, basically. I guess that would make sense as to why he's always just like, like going crazy, you know what I mean? But that's kind of crazy.
The entire cast. He gets Bruce Banner. He gets Joe Fixit, the morally gray enforcer with a mobster's cruelty. He gets the Savage Hulk, a toddler with the emotional regulation of a nuclear bomb. He gets the Devil Hulk, the malevolent protective father figure who resides in the deepest, darkest pit of Banner's psyche. The mindscape of the Hulk is not a library. It's a radioactive wasteland. In the comics, powerful telepaths like Professor X have attempted to enter the Hulk's mind and were immediately forced out by the sheer volume of rage and trauma. It's a hostile cognitive environment. The background radiation of the Hulk's psyche is lethal to normal consciousness. Shang Tsung tries to inhale this mixture. Imagine trying to download the entire internet onto a floppy disk in 3 seconds. It's a data overflow of catastrophic proportions. The sorcerer's eyes widen in genuine terror as the green screen turns a toxic, glowing gamma green. He isn't absorbing the Hulk is pouring into him. The sorcerer's vessel begins to crack. Green light pours from his eyes and mouth. He cannot process the contradictory nature of Bruce's existence. The green door, the metaphysical barrier that allows Hulks to resurrect, slams shut on Shang Tsung's intrusion. The feedback loop is instantaneous. Shang Tsung screams as his physical form destabilizes. He doesn't just lose, he detonates. The stolen souls within him are ejected violently as his body fails to contain the World Breaker's essence. He explodes from the inside out in a shower of green mist and ancient magic. We rank this survival encounter as Tier B. This was a high-risk scenario. Physically, the Hulk was untouched, but metaphysically, he survived only because his mind is too broken to be stolen. A stable mind would have been extracted instantly. The Hulk's insanity is his defense mechanism. He didn't win because he was strong, he won because he was too much. But as the sorcerer's remains rain down, the sky turns a deep, bruised purple. The Elder Gods have seen enough. The tournament rules are broken. Now, they are coming to delete the anomaly. The laws of physics have failed, so the architects of reality
Kronika. Okay.
The Titan of Time descends.
Okay.
She doesn't want to kill the Hulk. She wants to erase him completely from the timeline. She initiates a temporal reversal, attempting to rewind the Hulk cells back to a pre-gamma state. But Bruce Banner stops resisting. The World Breaker persona fully emerges, emitting ambient energy that physically cracks the dimension's tectonic plates. Kronika attempts to rewrite the timeline, but the Hulk responds by punching the time stream itself. It sounds impossible, but in the comics, the Hulk has shattered dimensional barriers through sheer kinetic force. His rage anchors him as a fixed point in time. The energy density of the World Breaker is so high that the simulation begins to destabilize. The Mortal Kombat universe cannot support his mass. To save the reality from total collapse, the Elder Gods are forced to banish him rather than destroy him. We rank this survival as Tier A+, a stalemate caused by catastrophic structural failure. The verdict is clear. The Hulk clears the roster not because of martial arts, but because he is a biological event horizon. Physical damage from Sub-Zero failed. Magical damage from Scorpion only fueled his regeneration. And soul manipulation from Shang Tsung caused a system overload. Mortal Kombat relies on strict rules. The Hulk is the total absence of rules.
Right.
If you want to see which universe the green guy should invade next, make sure to let us know in the comments.
Okay, so they had to banish him, which makes sense. But I mean, like, even then, this one was just such a no-brainer. Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments below. I'm interested to know what you guys are thinking about this, because I forgot Kronika was even in Mortal Kombat and that she could do all that time stuff as well. So there might be like other characters who are more busted than her, maybe, who can maybe fight him. But hit that sub button, hit that like button if you haven't already. It only takes a second. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for some more nerd science. Hit nerd science up and freaking spam him with stuff you guys want to see so we can react to like some crazy ish. I know some of you guys might have some situations or fights you guys might want to see, so spam him, let him know we can get some more bangers, dude. So we can get some more bangers, because this one's tough. I like this one. Hulk versus Mortal Kombat. Never ever popped up in my mind like Hulk being in Mortal Kombat, but yeah, that's ultimate destruction. I mean, he wipes the roster so easily. Like, they could all fight him at the same time and he would still probably clap them all. GG's, boys. GG's.